Has the thought of a world where learning is tailored to your needs and pace ever crossed your mind? That time has already come thanks to AI. We'll talk about how AI is changing online education and e-learning to make it easier to reach, faster, and more interesting than ever before in this video. Change the way you learn with these new tools. A lot of different fields are being changed by artificial intelligence AI, and schooling is no different. AI is about to change the way we teach, learn, and connect in the educational space as online learning grows in popularity. AI is making education easier to get into, faster, and more fun by using personalized learning and automatic marking systems. This video will talk about how AI is changing e-learning and online education, as well as what the future holds for this exciting mix of technology and education. Personalized learning for a lot of people. One of the most important things that AI has brought to online education is the ability to make learning more personalized. In traditional classes, it can be hard for teachers to meet the needs of all the students who learn at different rates and in different ways. AI, on the other hand, lets teachers make lessons that are specific to each student's needs, skills, and hobbies. AI-powered platforms look at data on student success to find out their strengths, weaknesses, and areas where they need to improve. This lets the system change how hard the lessons are and offer specific resources that will help you get better. For instance, if a student is having trouble with a certain math idea, AI can suggest more practice problems or videos that will help them understand it better. This way, the student will get the help they need to succeed. I can also tell when a student is doing well and give them more difficult work to keep them interested. This kind of flexible, adaptable learning makes sure that students are neither too busy nor too unmotivated, which is perfect for growth. AI makes personalized learning possible on a scale that has never been seen before. It can adapt to each student's needs and improve their results. Systems that teach you smartly. Intelligent tutoring systems are another way that AI is changing the way e-learning is done. These systems use machine learning algorithms to give students personalized comments and help in real time, a lot like how a human teacher would. It can tell them a student is having trouble with a certain idea and offer different ways to teach or step-by-step answers to help them understand. AI is used in systems like Carnegie Learning's Mathia to look at how students answer questions and give them personalized feedback, which helps them understand difficult math ideas. The method changes the level of difficulty based on how well each student does, making sure that every student gets just the right amount of help and challenge. It can also work 24/7 to help kids who need it when school isn't in session. This kind of availability is especially helpful for people who are learning online and may not be able to get a teacher in person or who are studying at different times. Administrative tasks that are automated. AI is not only changing how students learn, but it is also making teachers' lives easier by taking over boring routine tasks. Grading homework, quizzes, and tests is one of the most time-consuming parts of being a teacher. These jobs can be done by AI, which frees up teachers to do more important things like planning lessons and getting students involved. Multiple choice and short answer questions can be graded quickly and correctly by grading systems that use AI. This gives pupils immediate feedback, using natural language processing to check for grammar, coherence, and argumentation. More advanced AI systems are even being made to grade essays and other open-ended tasks. AI can help with more than just grading. It can also help with administrative jobs like making schedules, keeping track of attendance, and communicating with students. For instance, AI chatbots can answer common questions from students about how to do things in a class, when due dates are, or what tools are available. This makes it easier for teachers and administrators to do their jobs. More interested students. It can be hard to keep students interested in online classes, especially when they are studying at home without the structure of a classroom. AI is helping to solve this problem by making learning more immersive and engaging. For instance, AI-powered platforms can use game-like elements like leaderboards, awards, and badges to keep students interested and make learning more fun. AI can also look at data on student involvement to see when students are losing interest or aren't paying attention. The system can then suggest changes to the student's subject or the way it is taught in order to get them interested again. Virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, which are both driven by AI, are also helping to get students more interested in learning. With these tools, you can make learning experiences that are immersive, hands-on, and like being in the real world. For instance, medical students can use AI-powered VR simulations to practice surgery without any risk, and history students can use them to take virtual tours of past civilizations. Learning analytics powered by AI. One of the most useful ways AI is used in education is for learning analytics, which means using data to make teaching and learning better. AI can gather and study huge amounts of information about how students behave, how well they do in school, and how engaged they are with their work. This gives teachers useful information about how their students are improving. AI can, for instance, find patterns in how well students do in school, like which subjects regularly cause problems or which types of tests get the best results. This information can help teachers make choices about their lessons and courses based on facts, making sure that their methods work and meet the needs of their students. Learning analytics driven by AI can also help find students who are struggling or falling behind and may be at risk. Early warnings about these students help teachers step in and give them the help they need before it's too late. AI-driven learning analytics give teachers useful information that lets them make choices based on data that improves student outcomes. Accessibility and being included. AI is making school easier to get to and more open to kids with different needs. AI-powered tools like speech-to-text and text-to-speech technology can help students who have challenges, like those who are hard of hearing or seeing. These tools can transcribe classes, read text out loud, and turn written content into audio, which means that more students can access the materials they need to learn. AI can also help people who don't speak English as their first language by translating and helping with language in real time. This is especially helpful for online classes with students from all over the world, some of whom may be learning English as a second or third language. AI-powered translation tools can help students who don't speak the same language fully understand what is being taught. The main idea is that AI is making education more open to everyone by creating tools and technologies that help students with different needs. This way, everyone can have access to good learning experiences. Learning throughout life and professional growth. AI is not only changing K-12 and college education, but is also having a big impact on learning throughout life and career growth. To stay competitive in a job market that is always changing, workers need to keep their skills up to date. Professionals can use AI-powered tools to create personalized learning paths that help them learn new skills at their own pace. AI helps LinkedIn Learning and Coursera suggest courses to users based on their learning history and job goals. These platforms can track a user's progress and suggest classes or other resources that will help them reach their goals. AI is also being used to make adaptive learning tools that give specific feedback based on the learner's skill level. This way, professionals can always be sure they are learning at the right level. AI is changing the way people learn for the rest of their lives by creating personalized, flexible learning paths that help workers stay competitive in a job market that is changing all the time. What are the ethical issues and problems? AI has a lot of benefits for online learning, but it also brings up important social questions and issues. One big worry is the safety of the data. A lot of student data is needed for AI systems to work, which makes me wonder how this data is gathered, stored, and used. When AI is used in education, teachers and schools need to make sure they protect student privacy and follow ethical rules. Another possibility is that AI could make existing differences in schooling even worse. For instance, schools with more resources might be able to use the newest AI technologies, while schools that don't have enough money might be left behind. It is important to make sure that all kids, no matter how much money they have, can use AI technologies. AI has the ability to change the way we learn, but we need to think about ethical issues like data privacy and access to technology to make sure that all students can benefit. By 2025, AI will have completely changed online education and e-learning, giving students all over the world personalized lessons, smart coaching, and more ways to be involved. AI is making education more efficient, accessible, and effective by automating administrative chores, analyzing student data, and giving feedback in real time. As AI keeps getting better, schools and other organizations need to deal with the social issues that come up and make sure that these technologies are used in a responsible way. By recognizing AI's promise, we can make learning more open, interesting, and useful for students of all ages. The future of schooling looks bright, and AI will definitely be a big part of making it happen. Enjoyed this video? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest insights into AI, education, and the future of learning.